What's going on, guys? It's the Little Skater, and today we are going to be reviewing the DBS Comanches. Here they are. In my last video, if you saw it, I unboxed these shoes and I was really excited to get them. And since they're already unboxed, let's get into a more thorough review of these shoes. If you haven't seen the haul video, go back and watch it. But if you've already seen it, let's get into reviewing these shoes. Now, the first thing that I love about this is the silhouette and the colors. They have so many colors, so go and check out their website. This is not sponsored at all, but just go check out their website. They have so many amazing colors. I decided to pick the blue ones because blue is my favorite color, and I just thought I should start with the one that appealed to me first. And the design is so good. I feel like if I told my younger self to design a dream shoe, it would be something like this. I do recommend sizing up because they recommend sizing up on their site. And so I was kind of hesitant about it because I'm like, if I order a size that's half a size bigger than my usual size, I was afraid I was gonna have clown feet or they were gonna be too big and loose, but no, it ended up being a good idea, so definitely size up. My toe touches the end, but it isn't painfully tight. They're also quite wide because, again, this is like a men's size, like it's unisex, but it's a men's size, and so it's wide. There's room in there, but it's not too tight. Now, the first thing I noticed about it is the laces. The laces kind of reminded me of the Superstar ADV shoes that I reviewed. I'm pretty sure these should be pretty solid. My only other concern is that shoes like Converse have a big laces section. Like, this whole section is quite big as compared to, say, half caps. And with Converse, with these big laces part of it, the laces tend to rip faster because there's a large portion of laces just out there, so they tend to rip faster. And my only concern with ripping would be that this is a pretty big laces like area, and so I'm afraid that if they do rip fast, it won't be because the laces are necessarily weak, but because the laces area is quite big, like on Converse. I don't really know what it's called, that's just how I'm describing it. But yeah, these laces seem like they'd be pretty good. They don't give you extra, unfortunately, so that was a little disappointing considering it's a skate shoe and I thought they would give me extra, but they didn't, so it is what it is. So the soles are pretty thick, kind of like Jordans, like the silhouette and the style of shoe is kind of giving Jordans, but also the thickness of the sole looks like it will last pretty long. They look like they would take impact, but I've worn them around, like walking around, and they're not as cushy as half cabs despite that thick looking sole. So you might want to switch the insoles out for some cushier ones if you're doing high drops. I watched a review of another guy reviewing these shoes and he switched them out because they were pretty hard and they weren't as comfy. They can take impact, but you could definitely feel it. So that guy switched out his insoles for comfier ones, and they are not cushy like half cabs. So now let's talk about construction. They're kind of mid-tops, by the way. Like, I mean, this is kind of a high top, mid-top. I think it's more high tops, but the construction is good. Like, the toe section, the material doesn't feel like canvas, like Converse, nor does it feel like suede. So it kind of feels maybe, I can't really describe what the material is, but I think it would be more similar to maybe Jordans or shoes like that. The DBS logo at the back is kind of rubberish, and the soles feel kind of rubberish, but the material that all these details are made out of, just, I don't know how to describe it, but whatever Jordans kind of uses for detail, I think it would be similar to that. There's a lot of padding in the heel section and in the tongue, so that's really good for making them feel tight and making them feel comfortable and having ankle support, and so I think that will be a good thing, except I usually skate Converse, and the heel section and the tongue on Converse are quite thin. So skating a chunkier shoe, that's going to be quite different for me. So we'll see when I skate these for the first time. Overall, the construction feels pretty solid, and we'll see how this material on the toe section and the material that the details are made out of, we'll see how it holds up when I do heel flips and kick flips. And we'll see how the board feel is when I do shove tricks and ollies and stuff. I've technically skated them a little bit. Like, I didn't do any flip tricks. I didn't test the full capabilities and everything, but I did a couple boneless tricks, and I kind of rode around on my skateboard wearing them, but I didn't really skate them. So in the next part of this video, I will skate them, and I will give you my first impressions of the DVS Comanches. All right, guys, I got the shoes on. I did some warm-up tricks, like shove tricks. Board feel is pretty good, but it's not like the ADVs. The ADVs felt a lot grippier, and they felt a lot more, like you could feel the board more. These are chunkier, so that might be why they feel like that. But the only thing that really messes up my board control and stuff is that they're so stubby. Like, I didn't originally like skating Vans because of the round toe, and it looked quite stubby, and so it was harder for me to flick as compared to Converse. These are a lot stubbier feeling than Vans, so it's gonna be a little bit to get used to. But with shove tricks, board feel and control is pretty good, but it could be better. But it's probably because it's thicker, like the soles are thicker. So let's continue skating these shoes thoroughly. So far, they're having the same issue as the ADVs. Like, they keep getting loose fast. That happened when I skated the ADVs for the first time because I may have bought a too big of size, but these are supposed to be my size. Well, a size and a half up, but my size. They don't stay tight. I think it's because all the padding kind of makes them, and because they're new and stiff, I think that's why they're getting loose fast. But I'll just tighten them real good and continue skating. So next up, we'll do the flip trick test. We'll do kick flips, we'll do heel flips, and some other flip tricks. I can't tell if I'm having a bad skate day or the flick on these just sucks. Can't get a good flick on heel flips or kick flips. Maybe I just need to get used to it. Other flip tricks seem fine, like varial flips and half cab flips, but for some reason regular kick flips it doesn't flick good. Maybe I have a skill issue though. And that's all for the sesh. Overall, the shoes haven't sustained much damage after the first sesh ever. Take a look. There's some wear, I should say, on the toe. None for heel flips. Literally no, not even a sign of damage for heel flips. And that's about it. Just a bit of scuff over there. Nothing much on this shoe either. I think they're gonna hold up. Oh, also, this shoelace kind of got damaged, so I don't know how long it's gonna last. This wasn't really because of skating, but these shoelaces are low-key too long. Maybe you lace them up fully, because if you don't, the shoelaces are really long, and it's kind of annoying when you're skating, you're setting up for a trick, and then you're stepping on a shoelace. So lace them up fully, unless you're wearing them for fashion, then you can lace them loosely or whatever. Also, you want to lace them fully because then they'll stay tighter, as I've run into it being kind of loose and getting loose during the sesh. But yeah, I think for a rating, I would give these a 7.8 out of 10. I think I'll like them better if they're broken in a bit more, but there's certainly something to get used to if you're someone who only skates thinner skate shoes. But if you're used to chunky shoes, these will be no problem. Thanks for watching this video. Please like it. I hope this information was useful to you, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye!